they don't, he's going to get away with a flash. Curse Academy, just a bit of a damage trade.
Yeah, now we might see some action right in the jungle. Aerodactyl going in.
Rux missing the ulti, but Aerodactyl still only 5 burns his flash as well. Alright, Curse Academy got control of the red buff.
Yeah, and that was mainly because Yoshi lost a bit of control in top lane. Rux disappeared. He didn't necessarily follow because they were not in position to do a 2v2. I think they were afraid of a 3v3 in there if Zed and Ziggs would have came at the same time. And they end up getting their redstone. Let's see if he can counter with anything of his own.
Yoshi trying to control the blue buff here. He does have a level advantage over T-Tours, who I feel like can't stay around until he gets teammate help, which he kind of does, and you see Yoshi actually back out from this one. So no opportunities there, but we have the level 6 Darius, so it's going to be a thing to watch.
Essentially, the Darius went for the Vamp Scepter.
Yeah, Hydra you think maybe?
I've seen TMN and Hydra Dariuses in the past when they have a lot of farm. Generally, Trinity Force is actually my favorite item on Darius because he really benefits from the move speed.
Yeah.
It's your favorite item. Like,
Well, yeah, that's
Darius.
why I play Legend of Zelda so much.
Alright.
I don't have to just play League of Legends, I can still do Triforce. It's pretty wonderful. RNA is my favorite player. Yep. Didn't want to like him before, but now I don't. He's actually cool guy. I realized that could be left standing. I was like, wow, he's a dick. He hates RNA for no reason.
Jesus.
Just kidding, sorry. Actually, I remember when RNA was a support player way back when I cast him in season 1.
I remember back in, this is probably a little off topic, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Back in WCG, Locust, our support player at the time, and I was on Team Unitas, had a scouting report on RNA. And, like, I'm a cutie pie, and Boy was, like, terrified of him based on the explanation, because he was like, he is crazy. He will just flash over a wall to try a gank. They're like, oh man, what's he gonna do? It's just crazy. It's like, well, he's actually crazy. Don't be scared of him. He just does really stupid things all the time. And then, like, during the game, they're a little bit intimidated, but, like, he would literally, at one point in the game, flash over a brush.
This is the best ones I can normally find and would normally say. That's what she normally looks like.
Backed away. Like, alright, that's fine. But he's gotten much better since then.
Definitely has. One of the better junglers in Europe, for sure. Seeing actually Darius, giant lead right now, 18 above. Got 8 off the flash, had no fear, and was like back to pushing Rux around.
Yeah, he's definitely pretty strong right now. You can see Rux doesn't have any sustain built up yet. He's just sitting on that Giant's belt. So as long as Darius can stay in this 1v1 for a while, he'll keep lane supremacy and keep that farm lead. It's really completely on Curse Academy whether they want to just let that farm because they feel like Spawn and Darius are mostly trading farm. And if they don't, then obviously Yoshi's going to continue to be a little bit ahead.
Jackson's going to jump on right now, though. Not much help from the Ziggs. Going to answer back onto Aerodactyl. Do they have the damage? Kalos as well. Actually gets knocked into range of Aerodactyl by the satchel charge. Jackson gets a kill right there and still the dragon.
I like this move by Curse Academy. Instead of reacting to the Darius, they just go and take something else. They're not going in any 2v2. They wait out the Ziggs.
That was close.
Wow.
Those are both really close, actually.
They could still go in on this. I wouldn't be surprised if NBD decides to actually try and fight this, but Curse Academy on one.
She took some damage, but still going to be alright. Bottom lane is regrouping back down there, and you know, we talked about the lanes a little bit. Actually, Yoshi, is this some kill range right now? Did you like all the runs?
The problem is he has to get his bleed stacks up. And Rux would also ultimate away.
Me too.
There's one
Yeah,
where
or
like
QZ
there's
lands,
a
the
fat white guy
closer
that
it
says
gets.
like
You might try to pull him back here and force him out.
That'd be
QQ,
another
like
huge
Q4
4 stacks, I
or
believe.
whatever.
Those
Does
guys
any
are
of you guys
pretty
say?
soon now.
Like, oh
Academy,
yeah.
so we talked about a little bit, Darius up about 50 CS to dive in, good
This guy's
cleanse
just-
there, but now it's on
This
to
guy's
Juno,
just
he's stuck
pain,
inside his own box, trying to run away, Sheep hitting
bad
that,
one.
and that is a
What's
kill,
his
Jinx
path?
gets excited, she's out, Jummy good pickup there, I want to think about Juno getting the kill credit,
Wow.
but still, nice for NBD.
Yeah, give him
He's
some
pretty
back
good,
considering
huh?
they were down a Vamp Scepter mostly in that lane matchup. Is big stuff. You wouldn't think that Fabi and Sheep would lose that trade after getting the 2 kills for none. So
What was that misdirect?
And what
Yeah.
happened is actually, looks like Jummy backed for a BF sword before
Gives me an
the
extra
first
pass in
round
as
of
well.
bottom
Yeah.
ever did. So they're fighting BF sword to Vamp Scepter, and that'll usually give you a lane win. Am I wrong?
So
Jummy?
Fabi had the Vamp
explosive
Scepter,
and tries
had
to
the
attack
BF sword
the
and a
Vamp
Vamp
right
Scepter.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, whereas Jumpin' had the just a longsword. So like damage-wise, they were the same.
Okay.
But
Hi guys, I don't want to. I don't have my cam on right now. I'm not ready to stream, but
More or less. Of course, actually, Fabby's the one who's
Hit him in the
fine,
face.
so-
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
unfortunately
great.
taken out.
That is one
turned into
damage
a
to him, right?
wolf,
Yes.
But he's back. Gonna be okay.
It wastes his turn.
Right now. Of course, Dragon has given.
might have
Fabry
lethal, or
having
at least
a bit of a
close
close
to
lead.
it.
NBD did rotate the top.
I'm
of
at
the
30
turret.
health, so I don't care what
They're
he
finding
does.
things
Didn't I
to do.
silence
Darius
that?
lane right now.
Did he silence it again?
Sort of like locus of power right there.
Because I silenced it. I think he can silence the silence. I'm not sure if that's
I don't think I
possible.
heard much out of that. I want to see who fights.
Yeah. NBD is sticking close enough. It does seem like Chris
Good
Academy is in
five.
majority of the control in this game. If Jackson
lethal on
is
board.
able to start roaming around,
Unless he silences it.
that's really going to be what decides this game.
Well, Rosie
Whether
usually
that
don't run
is
taunt, so
Fabby,
he's got 10 damage.
He
He
11
doesn't run
damage.
heal. I don't care. Oh, he
or
can't
get
kill
the
me.
rockets from Jackson. It's either one.
Oh,
There's nothing in his deck that he could kill me with. So I win.
you can kill
Yeah,
yourself.
making a little bit of a move here as both jugglers showing up for this top lane tri brush. Olaf might sit on a ward soon. No, he's hidden behind the
Yeah,
wall.
doesn't
We
matter.
don't know Olaf's around. But he gets big danger.
I guess his
Now
defense is
Yoshi taking
isn't
the
all
bad
that
view
iron.
right now against Rux, but will he come back in? He's got the bleed stack with the ulti in. Yoshi forced to run,
And
ignites
he's
on
for
as
30
well.
damage in one turn.
Rux is bleeding, but he's gonna be fine.
He's a lot of damage though.
Yeah.
He's got 20.
It's a more interesting top lane.
21.
Yeah.
Just
They're
because
fighting a lot.
Darius, they're trading a lot of damage with each other.
You know, Darius, I think, is the first
combos.
champion to recall
That's
it.
scary. That's
The combos.
That's just frightening.
I think so. And it snuck under the radar because it wasn't a very obvious recall animation. He just lifted
Sticks
axe
his
up.
axe to the sky.
Yeah, and people noticed it with Draven, which came right after. And I was like, oh no, actually Darius came first. He was like, oh, okay. Ooh, blue buff, that's Aerodactyl, but it does
Win
get
spree
denied
still.
from-
We've been on a win spree for a while now, so
Yeah. Actually,
everyone was
yeah, Darius
pressuring me to
fell
turn on the
asleep.
stream, so I turned
Someone
it
asked me that about a
on.
week ago, and I was like,
Everyone.
who's Darius?
That's
And
me.
then that made me come here.
It's cool.
Random everyday life helps me capture things.
Word association as well.
Yes.
Once you finish sentences.
Yep. You know, Jat, sometimes we finish each other's.
I learned how to import videos to
Yes.
YouTube today. I edited
Yeah,
a bunch.
put
I
the
did
mayonnaise on,
a
I
bunch
put
of
on the cheese,
highlights.
Put on the cheese.
There's a couple more editing
I didn't like
and
that.
sending over to
I don't
YouTube
know
right
why
now.
you did
So
that.
it was
Whatever.
a productive day.
Minions going down. Look at this perfect CS.
I've
Jumping
been
shoot.
working the
Good
entire
job.
time,
Wait,
so
had enough attack damage. Once you have about plus 20 AD from items, 25-30 roughly actually.
Yes.
You
we're
can
talking
one
about
shot caster minions.
Yeah. It becomes almost common to the last hit of turret. Like,
Dude, I'm still
I also like how the
tired
turrets are
from
fairly
those
consistent the way
Yeah, I
they
believe
damage
it.
now. You can really
those
tell
have
when
done the
someone.
same thing to me. So
It's like a mini game
No
every time
idea.
you get on the farm. If a big wave hits your turret, like what's
Good
gonna happen to
point.
Rux?
double
He had
no.
a turret.
You get the first one pretty easily.
He's gonna have to get the mini game going. Yeah,
Sunfire
just
was
try to do your
I
mini
did
game.
an abusive
farm
sergeant
all
and
the
arcane shot.
minions is actually quite
Kind of
challenging.
keeps a little
You
bit.
can see the pros almost
Oh,
never
you're
miss.
just face?
Focus
Well, I
on
was
that.
tempted to arcane shot one of his guys just so it.
It's an incredible amount of gold
Or should you just go face?
Yeah. Melee minions, if you hit it twice, you'll get it almost no matter who you
Can
are.
you just do blue gun and go face and have more
You
surprise
auto
damage?
attack any champion auto attack and you're fine. Casters always need help of some
I mean, you
kind.
kill
whether
those
you like
minions, you do 4 damage to
Yeah.
yourself and
Oftentimes you see people use spells on it.
2 to him.
There's a few strange spells you can use, like if you have a
No,
really
no, I would
low-range
do.
spell,
I would just do
cast it,
arcane
throw a
on one of
W
them,
on,
and then
right as your auto
I
attack.
wouldn't kill one of my
Don't let it
guys
sit
on
too long, otherwise the turtle
his
will-
guys. I
Yeah,
would just
some weird
hit
stuff.
everything.
You
I
have
would
to really
remove a little
Okay,
bit of his
okay,
Like
damage.
if
I
you're
know what
trying
you're
to-
saying.
You have your
I
burn
don't know
out,
if
take
that's
it for like a
the
second.
Yeah, Rux has been doing that actually.
Whatever you
Now
want,
we
man. He's
have
probably on the
Sunfire,
same
that's
fucking
kind of
deck you are and has no
I've
taunts.
actually learned which
So- I know
he
mages
doesn't
have
have
instant
kind of
damage
base
spells.
race to
So
the
Swing
face
Q, for
first.
example, does damage the instant you press Q.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just
Whereas his E, like I don't know if it even kicks at the beginning, but you gotta like hit the projectile out. So like you can like auto Q as swing to hit casters. You can like E early then auto. It gets really weird when you have Blade of the Ruin King because you don't do enough damage when they're low, but you'll overkill it when they're full health.
Cool,
So you have to
Marco,
somehow
cool,
get
when
two
the shit
attacks
flying
in.
around.
I know,
And you can't
it's
hit
awesome.
early or
Plus
you'll
the
kill
eyes.
Oh, dude, I wish you had hounds. I wish you had hounds.
Same thing is happening with Jarvan.
That'd be nice. Oh, he just wasted them.
Wish I just put my knee in my feet.
Oops.
Poor guy.
But not anymore. And it looks like Curse Academy is taking a bit more
Oh,
control of this game. You can see Fab
Oh, wait.
finished off the bottom turret, and now they're actually using him as a soul split pusher. He's very experienced in this role because he plays a lot of Vayne, and Vayne is typically the split pusher that can then dual AD carry. Caitlyn doesn't have the same dueling potential, but he still knows how to position himself as a solo person in STC.
And at least he can ward himself.
Arcane shot.
That helps a little bit here. You know you can actually chain all of your spells in with your net. You don't have to just EQ. You can EW, which is sometimes way better.
Can't kill
Because the
command.
slow helps them not avoid the trap.
Yeah, but I can
But you
arcane
also
shot
cover it.
Timberwolf. So I remove one of his guys so he can't kill all of my hounds.
Yeah, I feel like I don't either.
The
I feel
next
like I
turn?
don't see a lot of mid
I could kill
mid
command
fight
next turn.
traps.
Yeah.
Either because they're not noisy enough that I see them cast it, or just Because they're certainly good players. Like, I'm sure they're aware of all the combos. I don't know. I've noticed that Needle League players are really good at spreading traps out down the sides of the lane, though.
Oh yeah.
That when a fight breaks out, someone will eventually get one, but they'll
It's
almost
just so
never get
close.
minions.
Yeah, this is gonna be sketchy as fuck. Everything
Alright,
about this
another
is
dragon
sketchy.
for Curse Academy.
Yeah.
2-0 on this. 4,000 gold to
Hopefully
lead,
it
which is
doesn't have
pretty
any
good at this
closer
point.
Mm-hmm.
Low kills with good objective control, winning in turrets as well.
Yoshi didn't really make much of an impact up with Darius.
Yeah,
Yet.
he will. Pentakill, calling it.
Kill
Vamp Scepter's still a little
you guys.
questionable for me.
Ooh,
But
Like, wanted to see him, I guess, but now
I
he's
know.
items behind.
You know,
Kill
Farm
the
Shabbat,
dude for a day.
the traded turrets. I think if the fight happened right now, he could still make an impact, but an Aerotech would have to get a lot of damage down. He's looking not very healthy.
And here we go, the dive's gonna come in anyway. He's been running towards the front. Yuno taking a bit of
Give
pain.
us slightly less damage, or mana.
And here we go, Yoshi going for the pain.
Donovan.
And he doing what he can after this fight. We're gonna have a quick game pause, but Yoshi still
Let's
in the
go
battle.
on, Donovan.
Does go down. Looks like a 2-for-1
Another-
overall.
hopefully
NPD
that one's-
does come out ahead.
If it's a
Alright,
misdirector,
guys,
you
we
run
gotta
it into
pause
his
real
creature.
quick in this game. So Darius, 2 kills for the team.
He did get a couple kills. That was a decent fight for them because they initiated so hard into the jungle there
Right
that he
into
could
his
get a
deck.
couple bleed stacks just by spamming his Q a few times. His executes were okay.
Okay, can I
And,
swing for
I was a
13?
little distracted.
Can I swing for 11?
Really stepped up.
Yeah,
Can I swing for 9?
that's all you have to really watch for here.
Well, which one he
Shoot
has
for
the
9
misses,
then.
right?
Yeah,
Survive an
that's-
extra net
that's
passive.
I think I
think
should
you're
hold
gonna
so I
replay
don't
that
give him
fight,
the
Jack.
extra
You were so
damage
soon to
from
be on
the
one
ones.
champion. You should probably watch all 10.
What's the other ones?
Yeah,
Same.
watch the other 9.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we maybe saw his victims a little bit as well, but we need that replay up on your screen.
Risk.
And I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
so
actually,
we're
because
gonna
I
get
only
that
have
set
4
up,
left, so I
yeah,
couldn't
so,
have searched.
So that's
Oh,
interesting.
he's
The
tracking?
First
That's
winning
okay.
pretty hard.
It
Like
might work
good
out.
margin, comfortable margin.
It's
And we
probably
just
higher
had
than
MVD
that.
win a
You
fight.
going
Now,
on?
unfortunately,
Okay.
Dragon's already
I
gone.
can't.
Nothing to take
For sure
from
can't.
that. Only turret they've killed yet is top outer, so
So I have
they
6,
could maybe
7,
rotate
8.
to mid. Maybe rotate
9,
to
10,
bottom,
so I have
but
10.
extra pressure there. We're gonna replay on your screen right now, though, Jack. So here we go.
Yeah, so the big thing here is the Thresh box is actually pretty much the perfect box. Everyone has to run through that. And then it's just a big cluster. If the Jinx Ultimate would have hit the middle of that fight, it would have been just
I didn't need my top
ridiculous
down. Okay.
benefit for Team NBD, but because
Let's
it wasn't,
drink
Chris
Punk
Academy kind of escaped the giant cluster
Alright,
and
almost back in
still
rank
came out on
9.
top of that fight 2-1. But it was a pretty dangerous place for them to be diving into.
I've
They
been on a win
almost
spree
went wrong
since,
despite
rank-
Chris Academy's good.
Like what, 14? Was
They
I almost
went
at
for
14?
Jinx Ultimate, hit the back
Yeah,
line,
pretty
try to
damn
put
close.
the
We're getting
back
close to 14.
instead of getting all like the super chunk frontliners there. And I did see the Caitlyn cut take mid fight.
Get back into the groove of things today.
Darius had the reveal buff on his head.
See if I can't
He
try and
cut
kick,
Caitlyn that fight.
like-
So, Fatty,
I wanna
please
get
cut
sub
Caitlyn that
5s
fight.
by the
Do
end
that
of
with
tomorrow.
Caitlyn, don't forget, it's really important. It's free peel.
Not quite legendary by the end of the weekend, but not bad.
Alright,
don't troll
so
me anymore.
this
God
game,
damn it.
the other thing I think about, I just like to talk about Darius. We don't see it much. Sure. I'm just gonna keep going. I hope you have like some more
What else
do you
are we
knows.
talking about Darius? Well, the thing is, Darius is a pretty simple champion.
Yeah.
Did you know? But his W is actually attack speed slow as well as
Yeah.
move speed slow. So if you can close in on 80 carry, it theoretically helps him duel
Look at that.
in those tight knit situations.
Yeah.
Also, his E is one of the few
Paladin.
vacuum type abilities in the game.
It's like a
And by
great
vacuum,
hand,
I mean it
not
brings
versus
multiple
paladin.
targets into a singular point,
You know what I'm saying?
which is rather potent with other AoE, but it's got a
I
little
gotta
bit of
kick one
anti-synergy
hand.
with himself. So if you actually get a hook on someone, I like hooking in, Wing them so they're slow, but then I want to fade back so you can get the extra damage on your two because it's got 2 zones of damage. The outer one is 50% more, the inner one is less.
Oh, okay.
And then since they're
Not
slow,
bad.
you can still attack them again later and keep
It's a lot of
the
damage.
checks. The fadeaway is really nice. And that's why I like Trinity Force,
Not
because it
bad.
gives them more depth.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Okay.
just move stuff whenever he auto attacks or kills something as well. That's cool. Did you know gains move speed per person bleeding?
I did with that.
Yeah. So for what it's worth, it's very like invisible. You see the bleed, you're like, ow, this hurts a lot. I'm taking damage. But if he gets the entire team, it's 25% bonus move speed until the bleeds all fall off. And so he's actually gonna like start zipping around that fight a little bit more. For what it's worth.
I
That's
know
a
that.
certain amount of move speed. He's also unfairly extremely hard to itemize against
Yeah.
because he does physical damage with his 2 normal zones.
QW auto attack.
His E gives him armor penetration. Then his bleed just does magic damage. Ult is obviously true damage. So the things you want to build against him is basically health, is what you think. But then his Q's hitting you for max damage anyway, and the armor pen is making it closer to your trailing in all his abilities.
painful too.
Don't build that much good against him. That's why people didn't like him.
Yeah, at least you can kite the guy.
Unless he builds a Trinity Force in his effort. In this case,
In which case he just dies in 3 seconds. Or not. Sorry. You're the Darius Master.
Sometimes he does.
Sometimes.
Only build that when you're very far ahead.
When you're very far ahead, just Alacrity Enchantment,
Yes.
Swiftness, run at people.
Well, it's an interesting thing. Champions with low amounts of tools, which I'd like to call Darius, also Weird, and maybe even Garen, are favorite champions for Alacrity Enchantments.
Yeah.
Since they are useless if they can't get in melee range of somebody. So therefore, move speed to me is just catastrophically more valuable than other itemization, which means I almost always go to Alacrity with both champions.
I remember playing against you in the beginning of our Season 3 playtest, and you would rush Boots to an Alacrity Enchant on Jungle Meteor. And it's like 10 minutes in the game, it's like your only item.
Yeah.
Right? And you're just like, he has like 400 boost speed without bear stance. And I'm just like dying all the time.
Yeah, it's really good.
So I'm Ash and sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Sometimes it is Swifty boots because of the
Oh, it's true.
It's like boots 2.5.
Yeah. So then I'm even less useful as Ash.
Freak,
Thanks.
stop talking for the love of all that is holy.
Please.
Can we get into game?
Other things like as we
Go
talk
into the
about
next
sort of
game.
new items coming from seasons. I guess it makes sense. I didn't think about it though. One of the Cloud9 players was talking about how they're playing less Ash because you pick up Mikhail so often
Yeah.
now. That I think it got cheaper if I recall correctly.
Go way cheaper.
Yeah, it's like 2,000 goldish now.
I want to say it's even cheaper than that.
What are you thinking about the Nat Bagel?
Like 2,000
Leaving it or?
I've left
How many
it
cards
so,
do you
I've
have?
left it so far.
And yeah, I mean 3 minute cooldown is
It's a lot, but I have a lot of damage up it.
No, I'm just saying, if you
like,
fish
oh,
with
you
the Yannis,
stunned
then
already
destroy
can
one.
carry you for 5 seconds. No.
Oh.
And
Pretty
worked
close.
really well in that case. I remember the act getting moved around a little bit, so it's now flat
Just gotta
plus
kick
percent
him in the
so it's
face.
max health. So it's not like a. It is a bait in that like you want to bait someone
Turn
every
5,
minute, but it's
He's
not
gonna
a,
consecrate
like,
this
missing
turn.
health heal like.
But it's an off turn, so he's wasting a little bit of mana if he does that.
Missing health heals. Soraka has a missing health heal?
Yeah, she does now.
So he
Yeah.
can't do anything with the one.
I think that's most of them. I don't think we have any others. We generally have like missing up executes.
Yeah.
Okay, he can do something with the one, but he can't give it taunt, so
Okay.
he just gives me more
quote
unleash the
unquote,
hunt
that
potential.
being
Okay,
kind of
here,
fun.
so unleash the
It was
hunt.
actually really good to me. I like the item because even getting like Alacrity boots and Talisman Ascension, I'm already at
What
CDR cap,
about
and I'm like, but I
Timberwolf,
really want
Kill
shells.
Command,
And now
passive?
it's something
Should you
other
just 8 damage the
yes, I've
goal?
always had, but
No.
That's your only real threat.
No, I just need to get down. No, I need to put him low enough so I can explosive trap passive him to death. So actually, I think I'm gonna.
Yes, she does. Monster W.
That's gonna give
So,
you
why?
a total of 6
Like
damage.
20% missing both
6
ends.
damage, and then
But if
Yeah,
you kill
So
command, then put
maximum
down.
like 39.
wait, no, it gives me 8 damage because I have my passive too.
You
Okay.
know what the
Yeah, because then I have
You'll
5.
have to deal with that.
I have 5, 7. He'll have to heal.
Actually, did you know, this isn't actually a mechanic, but I went back and watched the Dignitas Alliance series,
Okay.
and at the
That
very
works.
beginning of Game 1, I think it's Game 1, where Kiwi Kid and Kiwi gets dived on,
Yeah.
Kiwi hits level 3, learns W,
Yeah, these Mullen
actually
Giants.
activates
This
Monster,
Paladin
and
multi
is like
Mullen
almost
Mullen
mid-cast
Giants.
animation, I think back
Okay,
where
then.
almost heals himself 20% of his health, and survives that early tower dive. That shit gets in at like 3
Almost
minutes. He like almost
Yeah,
survives.
that's
He's like,
what-
that's
he
the
gives me
problem.
40 seconds for pick.
Hopefully he doesn't clear all these though,
Maybe.
because if he doesn't, I get more damage out of my kill command.
Yeah,
So.
but it was the beginning. It snowballed a little bit.
You have
um,
7
and
damage in
tapped
your
it
hand.
But I was like, huh. I was like, slowed it down.
I have,
Yeah,
I've,
nine.
done, I've done,
He did mantra.
I've done lethal. Oh, sweet.
Ooh,
Because the
double lethal.
already.
Double lethal.
Wait, just use.
Fine,
Really
alright,
close to that happening.
Don't troll me.
Chomp chomp.
You never
Because
know.
he'll lay on hands and then
Right,
we'll.
right. Don't troll me.
Extremely close. I'm gonna
There's some
Wait,
crazy.
three
I mean, we saw
star.
that with last night the LMP.
Ew.
Godlike.
Ackerman?
Ackerman.
Yeah.
Godlike.